Hello and welcome to Estuary TV News with me, James Dunn. In tonight's show, a brand new facility in Grimsby which will present new opportunities for people with disabilities. And Dan Kemp takes a look ahead at the sport this weekend. But first, here's Richard Morris with the news headlines.
Hello, in the headlines today, City of Culture organisers have moved into new offices in Hull and a model railway exhibition in Scunthorpe starts tomorrow and lasts for the weekend. All eyes are looking to Hull and the future a year after Hull won City of Culture. The team has moved into new offices and now has to plan for the events that will take place in the city during the year-long City of Culture celebrations. Chief Executive Martin Green explained to us that the hard work now begins for planning Hull's year in the limelight. We should warn you that the following clip contains flash photography.
Well, of course, at that point, little did I know that we were then going to become, that I was then going to become and live in Hull. I've been here for about 6 weeks now. The hard work has begun. We're putting a team in. We're moving into our new offices. We're starting to engage with the cultural community that you can see behind me at the moment. So it's very much in a planning phase at the moment.
The north bank of the Humber is set for investment to help preserve its ecosystem. We met up with Andrew Gibson from the Yorkshire Wildlife Trust a few months ago when the piston bully was being trialled, and he's now confirmed the trust will try and help the farmers to purchase the refurbished equipment. The trial, which saw a large area of land around Stone Creek and Cherry Cobb Sands east of Paul being cut, was a success, and it's hoped that the land can be better managed with the investment.
We are doing is looking at our charitable aims, which is about conservation of the habitats and education of the people and working with that. And we feel if we can get investment from industry, and farming is an industry, and it meets the targets of the estuary, then it's money well spent, and it's involvement within that we've not had for many, many years.
The life of a true Hull hero is being remembered in a new book about his life. Jack Harrison was awarded the Victoria Cross posthumously after single-handedly attempting to take down a machine gun during the First World War. He had already become a hero to many in the city by scoring a record-breaking 52 tries in a single season whilst representing Hull FC before his deployment. Tom Palmer is a children's author and wrote The Last Try.
I think children in Hull, it's good for them to know that this was a Hull FC player. He was a soldier who fought in the First World War in a Hull battalion, and he in the East Yorkshire Regiment, and he was from Hull just like them. He was a normal person from Hull who was good at sport. And then he was extremely brave during the war, and they need to know about these people.
Well, it's important that we have this sort of history about the people who came from the city, who did great work for not just in the war but also for sport in general. And I think people should recognise the sort of sacrifices these people made. We tend not to do much of that in this country. We seem to, just let it go by. But I think it's about time we do recognise that what a great man he was.
Humberside Police are appealing for information after a handbag snatch. It happened in the Barrett's Recreation Ground near the exit on Park Avenue, Grimsby, between 12:45 and 1:45 p.m. on Sunday the 2nd of November. A 41-year-old woman was cycling through the park with a man accompanying her when a group of 3 males approached them and snatched the handbag from the compartment at the rear of her bicycle. The snatch caused her to fall from her bicycle and hurt her back and elbow. The bag was later returned but was missing money and house keys among other items. The perpetrators were wearing grey and black hooded jumpers. Anyone with any kind of information is asked to contact Humberside Police or Crime Stoppers. Scunthorpe Model Railway Club is hosting an open weekend this Saturday and Sunday. Anyone who fancies seeing the group's efforts can attend on Saturday and Sunday between 10 and 5 or 4 p.m. on Sunday. It's the 22nd show of the group and is at Sunshine Hall on Ashby High Street. We spoke to Ernie Gash, the club's secretary, about what people can expect to see at the event.
Got 8 layouts this year and 5 are brand new to Scunthorpe, including our layout of Brigg Town, which is a vignette of Brigg. We normally have 7 or 8 layouts, but this year we're also including an activity corner for children, which is a drive your own train, a brio train and a colouring books.
That's all from me, and if you've got a story for us, then contact us on Grimsby 3155553. Bye for now.
Thank you, Richard. Now, next on the show, often we take the opportunities we get at school for granted, but for too many years, too many disabled people didn't have the same chances as others. That's why Linkage Community Trust was set up to help give people with disabilities real prospects for the future. Here with me today is Jez Rollstone from the Linkage College in Grimsby, where there's a brand new wing currently under construction. Hello, Jez.
Hello.
Thank you very much for coming in today. So I want to start really with what are the aims and objectives of Linkage, why it's there?
Well, Linkage was set up back in the 70s to offer real opportunities for people with learning disabilities. Up until that time, people with any kind of learning disability that had been denied the opportunities for any form of education, particularly further education. So the initial aim of the trust, as it was set up then, was to offer just such unique specialist further education opportunities, and it then expanded into care facilities such as residential care and care in the community, and latterly into real opportunities for people with learning disabilities wanting to enter the world of employment.
And how many sites have you got now across the country?
Across Lincolnshire alone we have 65 sites where we provide education, training, employment, vocational opportunities and care facilities.
And where was the first one?
First one was here in Willesby.
Oh right, so just in Grimsby?
Yes.
Brilliant. And tell me what sort of opportunities you do aim to provide, so beyond normal school age, what kind of things will your students go on to do?
Well, the primary aim of the college is to recognise the special learning needs of people with learning disabilities. Very often, ordinary, what we call general colleges, fail to understand or fail to adequately provide for people's complex needs. That's where Linkage steps in. We have many years experience now of understanding the very special needs of people with learning disabilities, needs which are becoming ever more complex as time goes on. And that's the unique selling proposition that we offer people. So we offer a range of different educational opportunities based around people's own needs, based around their own preferences and so on. And so each student comes to us and gets a unique package of further education opportunities and skills development.
So you're saying that there's no one mould, one direction,
No.
you take them as an individual and see what...
You take each of the individuals as they come, and we create around them a wraparound package of education and training.
So I want to go on to the new building that you've got under construction in Grimsby, or I don't know if it's a new wing or a new building, I don't know what you'd call it.
It's a new annex.
It's a new annex, sorry. I mean, what sort of facilities are we talking about? How much is that worth?
Well, this is a new facility which is going to be an annex to the existing Mackenzie building, which is the main building on our campus in Willesby. We're building it under a government grant which recognises that in this area there's an under-provision of further education, specialist further education for the facilities for people who, in addition to learning disability, also have complex physical disabilities. This is a group of people who, despite all of our specialisms, we've been unable to adequately provide for in the past. And demographic studies by North East Lincolnshire Council revealed that they were underprovided for. This particular group of people were underprovided for. So together with North East Lincolnshire Council, we made a bid to central government for a grant for £440,000, which is currently constructing this new wing, which will be open in March.
Oh wow, that's very soon. And as I understand it, currently you're already accepting applications.
Yeah, we think that the new wing, when it's open, will be able to offer specialist facilities for about 15 young people with complex physical needs. And we've already had 3 applications and 3 referrals for that service, which will fully open its doors next September.
And you're having some open days in the near...
Yes, the college anyway has open days to attract and to interest parents and young people with learning disabilities for both of our main campuses here in Grimsby and at Toynton near Spilsby. And we'll be having more of those open days over the next few weeks and months. And
there was another thing that we wanted to talk about today, which is you've got a competition opening for certain people, haven't you?
That's right. In order to further market the very specialist facilities that we offer, and to showcase the talents, the undoubted talents of people with learning disabilities, we've launched a new art competition called Artbeat. And this is currently being, all the details of this are being sent out to every specialist school in what we call Greater Lincolnshire. That's Lincolnshire, North East Lincolnshire and North Links. And to any school which has a special needs unit attached to it. And we're opening up this competition to all young people up to the age of 16 with a learning disability to enable them to express themselves through either through two-dimensional art formats, whether that's fine art or whether it's photography. And we're putting real prizes on the back of this, and we're going to have a real exhibition of the entries once the competition is judged in the early part of New Year, and the local MP, Austin Mitchell, has agreed to be one of the judges.
That's brilliant. And what sort of prizes are up to offer?
We're offering £100 for people, the top prizes, but the main idea is to enable people with learning disabilities a real opportunity for expressing themselves through art. We know from our own experience in linkage that artistic expression is something which comes very easily to a lot of people with learning disabilities, whether that's through performance art or through fine art or photography. And we've got quite a lot of experience of developing those skills and those aptitudes. And we now want to spread that opportunity through the competition to every school in Lincolnshire.
And what sort of ages are you looking at?
We're looking at secondary school.
Yeah.
So anybody from the age of 11, 12 upwards to 16 and so on. But we're being very flexible about it as well. So we started out confining this to Lincolnshire. Brilliant. And already we've had expressions of interest from Yorkshire.
I'm going to have to stop you there, but that sounds like a fantastic competition. Thank you very much for coming in today to talk to me, Jez.
Not at all.
If you'd like to find out more about the opportunities at the new college, you can find out on their webpage. That's www.linkage.org.uk. Is that
That's right.
Thank you. And if it's the art and photography competition you're interested in, please make sure you do it before the end of January when the competition ends. Next up, I've got Dan Kemp with a look ahead at what's going on in the world of sport over the weekend.
We'll start as ever with a look ahead to the weekend's football fixtures. Sunday sees Hull City return to Premier League action after the international break. The Tigers hope to welcome back centre-half Michael Dawson and centre-forward Nikica Jelavic for their home game against Tottenham Hotspur. Scunthorpe United travel to Crawley Town tomorrow. Mark Robbins' men sit 22nd in the third tier, but a win could move them clear of the relegation zone. Grimsby Town host Kidderminster Harriers. Linnell John Lewis is expected to play a part for the Mariners, having picked up a knock in the second half of the 1-1 draw with Altrincham last week. And North Ferriby United are at Lowestoft Town tomorrow afternoon too. The Conference North outfit sit 10th, 5 points ahead of the weekend's opponents. The Hull Stingrays return to Elite League ice hockey action tomorrow evening. The Rays host the Dundee Stars at the Hull Ice Arena with a 7 o'clock face-off, and they'll be hoping to replicate the result last time the pair faced off when Hull won 4-3 away from home. Now, the next generation of boxing talent looking to replicate the successes of Tommy Coyle and Luke Campbell will be on display at the Kingston Boxing Club this evening. The event, which starts at around 7 p.m. at their Hessel Road venue, will feature 15 bouts, including 13 made up purely of local talent, and it sees the start of the club's amateur show season.
Well, it's good family entertainment. Boxing always is. Boxing shows are always exciting. It's a nice, friendly atmosphere here. Just a good old family time, really. Boxing's a serious business, but we like to make it as light-hearted as possible. We all like to have a laugh, but at the same time, we're here to produce champions.
Every club's doing pretty well in the town, so long may it continue.
Our two top rugby union sides are in action this weekend. National League 2 North leaders Hull Ionians host Harrogate tomorrow afternoon at Brantingham Park. Ionians are looking to make it 6 wins on the spin against the side sitting in 4th.
Thanks, Dan. Now, I'm afraid that's all we've got time for today, but don't forget that we need your stories. So if you've got something to share with us, please get in touch on Grimsby 31553, find us on social media, or email us on news@estuary.tv.